This week I had Chapter 1, Section 4 lecture. In this section, we talked about stimuli and behavior and how it was affected and used to watch crows foraging on the beach, humans eating and overeating, kids at play, people using drugs, and the relationship between S, R, and O variables. Stimuli and behavior. The study of stimuli and behavior started with the idea of classical conditioning found in Pavlov's study with the dogs and tuning forks. We now consider this important for two major reasons. One, it affects the adaptations because classical conditioning allows animals a way to predict upcoming biological events. Two, it allows a way to study how animals learn and use stimuli. They call this stimuli learning. Another early development in understanding learning and behavior was discovered by Thorndike and B.F. Skinner. Their research turned into what's known as instrumental or operant conditioning. These studies allow us to view the connection between behaviors and the consequences that follow. Another word for this type of conditioning is response learning. Crows foraging at the beach was a study done by Zach Rito in 1978 to 79 in British Columbia. He saw that these crows were highly effective when it came to eating whelks, which are the shelled animals pictured on the slide. The birds would all pick up the largest whelks they could find on the shoreline, flying them back to the top of the cliff and going 5 feet above their favorite rock and dropping it multiple times until it broke open. This showed Zach their level of intelligence because they would only go after the largest whelks they could find, as well as they knew exactly how to open them efficiently. They learned this through conditioning, realizing that the larger ones would save more time and how to open them more effectively. Human eating and overeating. Human eating and overeating can also be explained through SO and RO learning. For example, SO learning, the food is the O or the outcome, with the stimuli being the feeling it gives you, or the SS. Furthermore, the action of getting or eating the food can be the RS. When we are hungry, we want food we know we like, or we associate foods we like with the stimulus of enjoying them. Understanding behavior can be used in any setting. When looking at kids playing, a child would most likely associate joy and fun with a toy or activity they have already used and has a good memory with it, and therefore are more likely to choose that activity or toy over something they have never played with before. Babies even learn quickly to love a pacifier that provides them comfort. In 1987 to 1999, Carolyn Rovey Collier wanted to see how babies 2 to 6 months old learned and remembered. They would visit them at their home and do activities in their cribs, like tying a ribbon around their ankle as well as their mobile to see if they could understand and control it by kicking. This study argues that infants' memory processes are similar to ones of older children. People using drugs is a good way to observe behavioral tendencies. Taking a drug is a clear behavior that evokes a response. These responses may encourage drug-taking behavior in the future based on the experience, whether it was pleasurable, while if the experience was negative, it could cause someone to avoid the substance in the future. This is a clear reward example of operant conditioning, where behavior is reinforced by either a reward or a consequence. Throughout all these examples, there are S, R, and O relationships. In this relationship, O represents the biological significant event or the outcomes. R represents the behavior, and S represents the stimuli. There are SO learning and RO learnings. SO is the stimuli-based learning. while RO is the behavioral based learning. And you can see how these are all connected in the charts pictured on the screen.